Good afternoon, everyone. I am excited to welcome you all to this inspiring and energizing part of the GFMD, the final pitching sessions of the Global Migration Challenge competition. Welcome participants, finalists, and esteemed delegates of the GFMD. We have joining us 18 dynamic and innovative tech startup finalists who have made it through rigorous selection rounds and through intensive training and preparation. They are going to present their final pitches in front of such a wide international audience. Governments, business, civil society, majors, youth, international organizations, what we call the migration clan from around the world. This is the second year of the Migration Challenge competition, which is brought to you in partnership between the IOE, the International Organization of Employers, and with IOE-Seedstars, a Swiss-based incubator who has been doing a tremendous work. I was in Quito, Ecuador last year to present this most dynamic event for the first time at the summit. What a change the world has seen this year and last year. We will miss being together in the room, but I am sure the energy of the event will touch you through your monitors and screens. Our goal is to promote promising tech startups offering innovative private sector solutions for migration, governance, and also for recovery. At the IOE, we really believe in the positive force for people, for business, and for the economies. Isn't that important these days? Today, finalists will present to us practical solutions, sustainable know-how, the result of their innovation capacity, of their commitment, of their perseverance. We hope that you will be inspired and motivated by today's presentation. Also for policy purposes, I wish the best of the luck to all the startups. Thank you very much.
So IOE-Seedstars is a company that thrives to impact people's lives on emerging markets through entrepreneurship and tech. Our work focuses on what drives innovation and growth. We concentrate on tools that are at our disposal to encourage this kind of innovative growth. By supporting these impact entrepreneurs on emerging markets through education, investment, and network, we believe we can achieve our intended impact. Currently, we have trained nearly 30,000 entrepreneurs, supported more closely 4,000 entrepreneurs, which cumulated have raised over $800 million across 95 entrepreneurial ecosystems around the globe. At IOE-Seedstars, we believe that migrants greatly contribute to the shaping of human mobility and to the socioeconomic landscape of their host countries. We therefore support migration entrepreneurship through various partnerships. IOE-Seedstars recognizes the link between migration, economic, social, and cultural development. We see migration as an opportunity to increase the well-being of both hosting and integrating populations. Technology and entrepreneurship can contribute to the integration of the economic well-being of migrants, but also of societies who are integrating them. We are thus committed to supporting access to entrepreneurial education and opportunities for migrant populations and migration enablers. We also support solutions that foster the latter, migration and migration enablers. With entrepreneurship and tech, we can enable a better human mobility across the globe.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining. My name is Mira Shorkawi and I'm IOE-Seedstars Community and Events Manager in the MENA region. Today we have with us 18 awesome startups that will pitch for 2 minutes and take Q&A for 1 minute only. Before we get started, let's meet our jury members. Today we have with us 4 awesome jury members that are Valentina Primo, the founder and CEO of Startup Without Borders, Lisa Labonte, the CEO of the Arab Youth Venture Foundation, Harshvendra Soin, the Global Chief People Officer and Head Marketing at Tech Mahindra, and Konstantin Hapkimeyer, the Investment Associate at IOE-Seedstars.
Hello, my name is Sean from Canada, the founder and the CEO of Supervisas. Supervisas is an automation software for visa and immigration application. The number of international migrants globally reached an estimated 272 million in 2019, an increase of 23% over the last decades. However, when applying for visas, there are hundreds of different applications with complicated regulations. People like myself are being affected by fraud because of the language barrier and the lack of transparency. With the Supervisa, we help the applicants to apply their visas in 3 steps. First, answer simple questions to pre-screen their own eligibility automatically. Second, upload the required documents as listed. Third, our immigration lawyers will review their complete package and submit. We launched our MVP in April and it generated over $150,000 in revenue and made profit in 2020. We're the first software enables instant classification and eligibility checking for applicants. Also, the applicant has full visibility into what is needed and what is being done with their own application. We're a team of 5. I have been working in the immigration industry for more than 8 years before I started Supervisas. I'm focusing on hiring, strategy, and fundraising. Joe is our COO, focusing on the daily operation. Spencer is our CTO, responsible for our technology. And we have Anna, who is a licensed immigration consultant, handling the application reviewing, and our Indian market sales manager, Akash, from India and based in India, to help us grow our sales in the local market. We're raising $550K to help us onboard 3 more developers to speed up our technology development. We're Supervisa, and we're aimed to bring peace of mind to the people who want to move from one country to another. Thank you.
I just have one question. Thank you for your presentation. My name is Harsh. The question is, what's the differentiator that you have? I mean, there are many small such companies all over the world helping people to migrate to Canada and directly dealing with the government of Canada, especially the provincial government. So how is your startup different and what are the USPs?
Yeah, so our number one, the key differentiator is we're actually leveraging the technology, which is the software, automates the pre-eligibility check for applicants. So nowadays, they don't have to go to the lawyers, pay consultation fee. They can instantly just answer a few questions to find out which program is right for them.
I would also have one quick question. Sorry, Harsh, yours is answered?
No, please go ahead.
Cool. And I would have one main question around the market size. So how many applications are there per year in Canada? How many are accepted? And what's the average value you believe an accepted applicant could generate for you?
Yeah, so actually Immigration of Canada just announced a new numbers for the coming years, which is 1.2 million immigrants are going to be accepted into Canada. And also we just read a fact sheet from Immigration of Canada as well. One single program called Express Entry, they had more than 330,000 applicants, but they only accepted about 11,000 applicants who is actually get approved the last year.
And what would be the value per applicant for you as a company?
Yeah, so as a company, $1,000 per average per application.
Hi, everyone. I am Rafael Bonelli, and I'm founder and CEO of Buskeros.com. The best social program is a job, said Ronald Reagan back into 1980. And it's a fitting context for how we see the role of Buskeros in today's economy. 2/3 of migration decisions are made due to economic reasons. And so having a good job is a great deterrent to migration. Buskeros is a jobs and career marketplace that we launched to serve a market of approximately 300 million people in the Americas and about $10 billion in HR tech revenue. We put together key tools in the recruitment value chain for employers with advanced technology and AI, and we have tremendous ease of use. For candidates, we provide a curriculum builder, which they can download free PDFs, as well as an aggregation of local and remote jobs, together with a certification programs to improve their qualifications. As a team, we have a well-balanced and oiled team. Put together from serial entrepreneurs, seasoned executives, tech gurus and sales and marketing wizards. Together, we have great traction. We reached 1 million users in 2020, our first year of operations. And since starting January, we're breaking records of traffic every day. We have engaged thousands of employers and already secured a number of subscriptions for 2021. Our goals are simple. We want to become the leading provider of good paying jobs for candidates and of good quality candidates to employers. Revenue-wise, we are hoping to reach $10,000 of monthly recurring revenues in Q2 of 2021. By aggregating local and remote jobs and improving the quality of candidates, we will have a major impact on migration in the migration problem in the Central American, Mexican, and Caribbean markets where we address. With the help of Seedstars and the IOE, we believe we can extend that impact and scale it to many other markets. Thank you very much.
Who are your competitors and why? What makes you better than them?
Well, we have competitors from owned by Axel Springer, like Tecoloco, and we have others regional like CompuTrabajo. We believe that we have aggregated the most number of tools that enable a completely digital recruitment process. And we have proved this by going to the different employers and getting their feedback. They're very happy with what we're doing, and it shows in the number of engagements we're getting.
Just one question from me, Rafael. Thank you for your presentation. At $10,000 a month, your revenue, how much do you think you can scale this up to?
Oh, it's very scalable. We focused in 2020 on getting a better product market fit and placed all of our efforts in improving our product. But since we are on a monthly subscription with employers, and we also have a B2C revenue proposition, we believe that we can scale this to $5 million by year 3 in revenues.
Hello, judges. My name is Tony Xu, and I'm the CEO of Open Citizen. At Open Citizen, we're building a software solution for global migration. Let me start with a personal story first. About 10 years ago, I migrated from China to the US. The hardest part of my journey was these incredibly complex government paperworks. This is a problem that millions of migrants are facing every year. I became an immigration lawyer to help these migrants with their applications on a daily basis. Every month, I receive hundreds of phone calls from people who want to figure this process out. But this is not a scalable solution. So I thought long and hard, how could I make this easy for people? That moment, Open Citizen was born. I gathered a team of expert engineers to build a software solution to make this process fast, easy, and affordable. Throughout the past year, we've successfully helped dozens of beta users successfully apply for their immigration using our system. Allow me to give you a short demo. We have built an elegant user interface where user can put in their information and receive guided expert tips at every step. They have one place for all of their document upload. And the magic comes in the 2 seconds automatic generation of their application packet, which we can use to scale to any government and any organization. We have built this structure on world-class infrastructure, so we can use the same system for any government functions, integrate into any other kind of applications. We're looking for government and organizational partners to bring our prototype to market. And if you are looking for a product to help scale your migration program in your country, we are the person to partner with. Thank you.
I would have a quick one. What could make this fail?
That's a very good question. If we scale too fast at once, we could fail. So the best thing to do is to build this in stages. Make sure that all of the visa packages, all of the products that we offer are solid. and gradually expand into other markets.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So can you tell us a little bit about the market? So you mentioned that it can be applicable to different markets in different countries. Where are you starting and what's the market size?
Yes. So we're starting with the US market. The US market has a 30 billion market size, and most of that market is actually currently untapped because the data we use was based on traditional legal law firms. And what ends up happening is a lot of people can't afford the legal fees. And so we're building a solution that will bring that automation so that they can use it by themselves, therefore addressing the rest of the untapped market.
My name is Sebastian. From 2010 to 2014, I lived as a digital nomad. I traveled to Kenya several times to give basic coding lectures. And in 2018, this was the start of starting Casper Coding. Casper Coding is a recruitment company based in Nairobi, Kenya, specialized in recruiting and relocating software developers from several African countries to, so far, Germany, Netherlands, and Canada. We had over 15,000 applications of software developers throughout the African continent, and we relocated 50. 100 of them we connected remotely through jobs. We solve a problem of an unequal distribution of talent and opportunities. The African population is often overlooked when we look for young IT professionals. Well, it's the biggest and most rapidly developing population of young professionals. Yeah, Casper Coding has two ways of scaling. We can continue this recruitment strategy. It's bringing good revenue. We can also build a community of education, a learning community, and educate them to becoming better software professionals. So far, we made over $500,000 in revenue. Currently, we're working with a team of 3 people. Chucks, community manager based in Lagos, Nigeria, where by far the biggest majority of our community is. We have Iron dealing with the clients in Europe, and I'm the technical co-founder. Although we grow without funding, 50K would help us exponentially. We would invest that in building better technology, increasing the platform, and increasing sales reps. Thank you.
Hi, Sebastian. You mentioned that you've done $500,000 in revenue. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
But you're looking for only $50,000?
Correct, yeah. The 2020 was kind of a messy year for a lot of people. And I had to let go of quite some people, unfortunately. I managed to move them to my other company. That's good. But our cash dried up, so we're back at zero. And I would like to make some changes due to our revenue stream of our current business model. It's easy for us to make money. We get 10K per deal, so we're not looking for a crazy amount of money, but just some money to ignite the sales again.
And it sounds like you've bootstrapped this from the beginning, so $50,000 is a small amount, but you started with nothing, correct?
Yeah. I believe in bootstrapping. First, making good unit economics before we throw in funding.
Excellent, thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I would have a quick question. So Sebastian, first of all, thanks for the presentation. And you mentioned you have another company. So are you 100% on Casper Coding, or do you also allocate some time on the other one?
No, other company, I'm not in the board. I'm just a shareholder, and I allocate about 1 day a month there, just getting updates. Casper Coding is the one and only business focus.
Clear. Thank you.
Could I ask one more question? Sebastian, what is your legal structure? Where are you regulated?
We have a holding, and the working company is based in the Netherlands, and we have a subsidiary in Kenya where we have an office and a couple of remote developers.
All right, thank you.
The holding structure in the Netherlands and a subsidiary in Kenya. And above that, co-founders with their own holding structures. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael, and I'm the CEO and founder of CWallet. Baba, what is CWallet? A very common question I encounter every time I'm trying to engage into a conversation with a potential customer. So CWallet is a mobile wallet that evolves around three basic principles: payroll, payment, and remittance, allowing individuals to receive their salary on time and orchestrate payments either online or on-site and on delivery through our affiliated partners, allowing them to perform various financial transactions either locally or internationally. So we make money by charging either the merchant or the user a certain percentage on every transaction. Our mission is to digitally empower and enable individuals in the region by giving solutions to low-income and unbanked migrant workers, domestic helpers, and blue-collar workforce, allowing them to access financial services that are currently unavailable to them. As Nelson Mandela once said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him on his native language, that goes to his heart. That's why our website is available in 9 different languages, one of the very few entities that exerted efforts, making sure that we communicate in a dialect that could be understood by the majority. So CWallet is the only mobile app in Qatar that is actually running in blockchain technology. And this lucrative market is a whopping $600 billion in remittance outflow and over 4.88 trillion on e-commerce. This is our team and our affiliations. We are all graduates of HEC Paris. We started as classmates. After a Europe trip, we became friends and now business partners. We've been supported and funded by various governmental institutions locally. And to date, we have raised over $700,000 in total investment. And our current ask is about $350,000 in return of 10% equity. This will allow us to run for 12 to 18 months sprint and continue our expansion in Oman and Kuwait since we established CWallet International LLC. Thank you very much for your time and looking forward for your support.
Are you post-revenue?
We have some revenues because the only feature that is currently live is actually the payment feature because we are commencing our regulation with Qatar Central Bank. We have about $25,000 in sales since we went live last June 2020.
Thank you.
I would also have one question, Michael. So just based on observations in the region, so I think there's no lack of payroll or payment or remittance services or solutions. So my question would be, why do you really think there is the need for CWallet right now?
CWallet was my thesis in HEC Paris, and we found out that there's a current loophole on the current wage protection system that everyone is imposing, you know,
in Qatar?
In Qatar and in the region.
Mm-hmm.
Because those dummy ATM machines, the ATM cards, which is a payout card, we found out during our research is being held by the employer. Mm-hmm. And they are the ones that is withdrawing the money and that's showing the system that, okay, this money has been withdrawn and the payroll has been sent. But through mobile phones, you know, because this is an intimate to the person and this is the device they're using to communicate on their family, there is no way I will give this to my employer to withdraw the money from me. You know, so we're trying to create solutions in order to limit the obstruction and violation of individuals' capacity.
Clear. Thank you.
So my name is Theophilus, Head of Community and Talent at Hirefreehands. So Hirefreehands is a tech company which looks to connect African tech talent to the global remote workforce. So the problems we look to solve, businesses all over the world are faced with accelerated technological transformations, and there's a shortage of digital talents, tech talent precisely around the world. So we look to actually bridge this gap by providing African top tech talent on demand. This has driven the sudden scramble for talent. That's the lack globally has driven this sudden scramble for tech talent for companies to be able to survive and stay ahead in these times. As this remains a challenge, recruitment stands to be among the top problems for companies around the world. So the solution, Hirefreehands functions as an on-demand workplace platform featuring a talent pool marketplace, distributed development environments, and an integrated job workstream system for seamless collaboration, communication, and work delivery. So top of what we look to do is to ensure that we control the quality of the tech talents on the platform and their work deliverables. And then we'll also try to create a system for seamless workflow for collaboration and communication right on the Hirefreehands platform. On top of what we look to offer is we have a layered talent progression system, in that when we actually recruit tech talent from Africa onto the platform, we don't just push them to work for companies remotely. What we get to do is to try to grow them, getting them to handle smaller projects, which we call enterprise projects, before we actually push them to work independently full-time with our companies around the globe.
Hey, Theo. Yeah, I would have a quick question.
Okay.
So I still did not 100% understand what your competitive advantage is and how you manage to be higher in quality and more affordable compared to someone like Upwork or Fiverr, all of these actually very developed platforms.
Okay, so you would like me to expatiate on that? So
please.
In Africa, and in Africa, I've gotten to see a very steep rise in the amount of tech hubs and the rate at which people actually get to learn tech skills. But what we actually noticed is, and even statistics support that, is that most of these people don't have access to good paying jobs in Africa particularly.
No, I think that part is very clear. I just don't understand what makes your platform more, let's say, higher in quality and then also more affordable compared to all of the other ones that are already out there.
Okay, so for that, what we get to do is we don't just leave the talent to work independently for the project. So what we do is we actually have a project management team that gets to manage the deliverables of the tech talent, ensuring the quality is always good. And then for the price, what we actually do, we have a price regulation algorithm on the platform such that the price of different services on the platform are actually weighted depending on the features when it comes to software development. Say, for example, somebody wants to build a 1-page website and a 10-page website, the prices are going to be different based on the features and different things like that.
Clear, thank you.
Okay.
We are Dignify, and we are outsourcing dignity with artificial intelligence. Our venture is the direct response to two situations affecting our region: the COVID-19 pandemic, which has hit our economies the hardest, and the Venezuelan migration crisis, which is the second largest in the world. These situations have created two problems we are addressing. First, the youth bulge in the migrant population, with over 80% of Venezuelan migrants in South America aged 0 to 39. The second is the unprecedented fiscal pressure governments are facing in responding to these crises. Our goal is to be a springboard for employment inclusion. There are many entrepreneurship programs out there for migrant communities, but they seem to forget the difficulty of being an entrepreneur. A more long-term and scalable investment is to develop their basic computer and workplace skills via microwork. Our business is to internationally source and manage digital microwork projects. By being an outsourcing service provider for artificial intelligence data, Dignify is promoting economic and social integration in a BPO environment. Our microwork services include image annotation and text classification that can be completed by both migrant and host workers of varying educational levels and ages. The annotation market is booming, and Dignify is democratizing it by focusing on that manual, humans-in-the-loop process that will continue to grow into a $4 billion market by 2026. We are different because we focus on two industries using AI, allowing us to offer subject matter expertise to our clients: agriculture for image training and the health sector for Spanish and Portuguese text training. We have conducted projects in the critical border regions of Cúcuta, Colombia and Boa Vista, Brazil, and have important relationships with NGOs, tech companies, universities, and accelerator programs. We also operate as a social impact startup using grants for impact activities and private funds for working capital and growth. Thank you.
So Enrique, I would have a quick question on the AI you mentioned. So I haven't seen your exact profiles, but who's responsible for that? And is there responsible for that in the founding team?
Sure. So the responsibility for the operations is me. I'm the business operations, and I have one project manager, Dana. She's based in Panama, and she has a background in AI.
Okay, clear. Thank you.
Sure.
Enrique, if I could ask, are you post-revenue? Are you making money currently?
So we do have cash flow, but we are not net positive. So we still have a negative burn rate at this point. We started operations in October officially.
And what is your burn rate?
Right now, it's around $3,000 a month.
Wow, okay, that's great. So you're bootstrapping quite a lot. What was the money that was put into this when you started?
Right now, we're grant funded and bootstrap private capital. So we've won 2 grants, one from IFC and one from the 10 Foundation, plus me and my co-founder, Laura Allers of private capital.
That's impressive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, my name is Aida Chavez, and we're from HolaCode based in Mexico. So I will start with the pitch. Mexico is the second largest country of origin of international migrants. Today, 11.8 million Mexicans live abroad, and at least 3 million Mexicans have been pushed away from the US, having to return to their home country, facing lack of opportunities, no access to higher education, nor to employment. In some, there are 0 comprehensive integration programs in the region. On the one hand, tech companies are booming, and the demand for software developers is staggering, because remote jobs, it's a global trend. To cover such needs, we have designed a 5-month integration program, which offers a software development training that secures jobs in the tech sector, and which offers software development training, leadership curriculum, and financial education for returnees, deportees from the US, and refugees in Mexico. Academic research points out that there are nearly 230,000 Mexicans who have been deported on a yearly basis since 2008, with an average age of 29 years old. We're considering that at least 1% of this community should show potential tech talent. Through strong partnerships, national tech companies like Globant are offering scholarships for our students in order to invest in their talent. Why? Because 92% of the tech companies struggle to find talent. Moreover, HolaCode has a network of 150 hiring partners that open their positions to our graduates. We have 12 business partners like Kiva and Santander Bank, and our tech curriculum is powered by Hack Reactor Galvanize, designed in Silicon Valley. HolaCode was recognized as the Global Innovator Grantee for the Dubai Expo Live 2020, and it was chosen by the IFC and the World Bank as one of the 50 startups changing Latin America. There are indirect competitors like Ironhack that target upper middle income students, but only HolaCode is an education program in Latin America offering comprehensive edtech and long-term integration services for migrants in the region. The team is conformed by a powerful blend of international educators, financial and operational specialists, along with social and science migration specialists. $130,000 will let us fund an upcoming cohort that will help us gain trust with the tech companies, and in that way, we will be ready to scale. With your support, HolaCode will continue with its mission to find tech talent and unlock opportunities for the migrants and refugees in the world. Thank you.
How would you compete with international players in the same area? Because there are many companies that are doing this because you have to keep upskilling your teachers and your coders so that they can teach better into new languages that come in. So how do you keep pace with that, and how do you compete with the international global brands like a HackerRank or a Pluralsight in this area?
Great, sure. Answer to your question, like about competition, I think like the plus or like the added value that this company has got is that we do graduate fully bilingual software developers, and especially with the returnees who grew up in the United States. They're very used to work for American companies or for transnational companies in the US, and they fully can communicate that they understand dynamics in both sides of the border, for instance. And additionally, refugees come with like this as well, like language skills that are very attractive for the market internationally. And now with COVID-19, borders have been basically vanished, and then we can definitely cater software developers for around the world. That is regarding the competitors. And yeah, we are the idea as well into the scaling or the milestones that we see is that we can integrate like more technologies and more languages eventually to our curriculum, and we can offer like a plethora of opportunities for our graduates.
Any other questions?
I have another question. Can you tell us a little bit about your business model and how do you plan to scale that?
Great. Yes. So basically, we find two types of clients. On the one side, we understand the demands from the tech sector, and especially in, looking into our region, like especially Mexico. Mexico is booming in terms of like tech and tech development, like tech startups. So therefore, we understand the needs, and we know that at least 92% of these companies are struggling to find talent, tech talent precisely. So by understanding and having partnerships with them, and also catering this demand for talent, and additionally to serve their social responsibility areas, we have created partnerships in order for them to fund scholarships for our students, with the promise that they're going to keep the talent that we graduate, because they need it. So they will fund like 80% of at least 80% of the scholarship or the tuition fee, and then the students will acquire 20% of this tuition fee. The total tuition fee is $6,700. $6,700. So basically, tech companies fund 80%, and students fund 20%. And this 20% is also covered via students' loan that it's acquired by Kiva.org, and a fintech in Mexico that secures access to credit loans. And this also generates financial inclusion. That's why we accompany our program with financial education.
In the year 2019, migrants across the globe contributed over $650 billion back to their home countries. Migrants obviously are contributing to the global economy, but the problem is getting a good job. It's really, really difficult for many migrants. They have to work so many hours doing odd jobs and receiving little or no pay for this. That is exactly why we started Jobskills. My name is Elvis Austins. I'm co-founder Jobskills, and my partner Peter, we came up with a solution, a web application based that enables migrants to learn digital skills, get them certified, and offer them job placement after the training. We started in the year 2019, and we introduced it to migrants in France, Paris, Europe here. About 100 migrants applied for the opportunities. We interviewed and got about 88 of them interviewed that moved to the next stage. Finally, we took 25% of them, and we have currently signed 2 job partnerships. As they're undergoing the training currently now, we hope that upon completion of the training, the 2 job employers we've secured will be able to give them jobs. So why unique? Why are we different? We have some key advantage. We understand that migrants, because we are European, we are migrants from Africa living in Europe ourselves, we understand the problem that they are facing. So we decided to offer them 0 tuition fee. They don't pay any money up front, okay? So the training is given to them for free until they're certified, they get a job, before we start to ask them to give us a small percentage of their salary for a duration of 1 year. I'm a second-time entrepreneur. I have a first edtech startup, and my co-partner, Peter, was a PhD researcher at the Center and Immigration Expert. So we are providing inclusive opportunities for immigrants living in Europe to be able to have decent jobs that will take them into the world of technology. Our ask, we're currently looking at for mentors and experts in international migration who will come and give us that expertise to take our business to the next level. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
How are you going to make money?
Okay, so we do what is called income shared revenue. Okay, so I say we teach them for free, we get them a job, and we take 15% of their salary for 12 months duration.
Okay, thank you.
So they have to get a job before we make money. we bet on them, so we look out for the best, make sure they are actually good enough. We train them. When they get the job, we take just that 15% for 12 months, and they are free from contract for us, they can go.
That sounds a bit risky.
Yes, but because we understand the market, we know we can give them the jobs. Like I said, we just signed 2 partners in Europe here who are willing to give them the job as soon as they get trained.
So Elvis, I think you have a good problem, but like Lisa asked you, with the fact that you're investing in all of them and only charging once they get a job, how is the model scalable, and two, how are you actually making money, or are you losing money, or
okay? So we started. We started in 2019, and we have 25 people on training right now. So they're about on the 4th month of the training. Again, 2 employers here in Europe promised that they will give jobs as soon as we're able to train them and they get certified.
This marks the end of the first batch of the startup pitches. Thank you so much for joining, and come back for more awesome pitches later.